Leo, this is your monthly reading for May 2018. So Leo for May 2018. May 2018. Leo for May 2018. Beginning of the month. Okay, Leo. So I do feel like the April 29th full moon in Scorpio really had you questioning your personal power. It kind of flipped you upside down. You ended up coming out on top, maybe feeling more like yourself around the 16th of May. So I'm going to fast forward ahead to that date. It's a significant day. The day before, May 15th, is the new moon in Taurus. It's also the same day Uranus comes into Taurus. It's also the same day that Mars starts to retrograde in Aquarius. There is a lot going on that day, and I feel like that whole powerful time, new moon, Uranus coming into Taurus, is going to completely rock your world. I do see the Tower card appearing for you on and around that time, which is significant because everything is just going to shatter around you. This card is coming up for literally almost every reading so far that I've done. So Uranus is just coming in full force in Taurus. It's gonna rock a few people. Keep in mind that when the Change Your Life card comes up or the Tower card comes up, it's always an indication that you really don't have a choice in this. And this is not to piss you off. This change will provide new opportunities. I see some of you, ending relationships this month, or at least thinking about that really seriously. I see that you recognizing that you do need more help, that maybe the relationships around you are sort of draining you rather than supporting you. A massive epiphany is going to occur for you, Leos, around the 29th of May. This is when the full moon will be in Sagittarius. This is a powerful moon for you. It's not going to emotionally take everything out of you like that Scorpio moon did. It's really going to help you to go deeper inward. It's going to help you. So this is the card in the 29th of May section. So it's really going to help you. It's the Hermit card in the traditional tarot that comes up for that full moon, and it's going to help you recognize your need to get away from people, to get away from the spotlight. It's going to help you to see that you do need more quiet time to yourself, and you're just going to feel drawn to do that, to go inward, to break away from routine. I see that there might be some legal stuff that comes up for you around the 28th of May, or maybe you have to go to court, or like something comes up, something like that. It could even be just like a breakup happens at that time, or you just give up on someone from your past that has been draining you. What that provides for you is this sense of adventure and opportunity and inspiration. It's almost like you've just let go of all this baggage, and so it could be just not involving anyone at all, just involving your own thought patterns that you're just like, okay, I'm done with these. They're blocking my happiness. They're preventing me from moving forward. It's bogging me down, like paperwork, things like that. It's that feeling of just being bogged down with a bunch of policy and bureaucratic bullshit. So you just kind of you just give up on it. It could even mean that you take an action that really isn't something you would normally do. It's kind of a little bit unjust. So just be careful around that. Leading up to the full moon, you might act out a little bit and cause some issues with the people that are or have been kind of leaving you to do all the dirty work. You might get a little bit, the word the guides are using is you might spaz out, like retaliate. So just be mindful of that. Try to practice grounding yourself as much as you can leading up from the 20th, I would say, of May, when the sun enters into Gemini, right up through to the end of the month. Like, try to have a solid meditation practice that grounds you to the earth so you don't get swept in other people's emotions, because a lot of other people are going to be struggling as well during these this Uranus transit. This is 7 years that Uranus will be in Taurus. So a lot of the systems on Earth will shatter and fall apart, and that's going to be difficult for a lot of people. So it is a really important time for everyone to be more grounded so that we're not, activating each other in negative ways. So just be careful there around the 28th again, where you could get swept off and maybe do something that is against the law or out of character for you. And I'm just going to make sure I haven't missed anything at all for Leos for the month of May. Leos for the month of May. So I do see this sort of up and down pattern with you, Leo, and I do feel like you come up with solutions to some of the things that have been sort of bothering you around the new moon. A lot of epiphanies occur, and again they reoccur for you on the 29th. I would suggest writing them down so that you don't lose them, because they're the type of epiphanies that kind of just like plop in your head and then they're gone, like multiple downloads, that kind of a thing. So keep a journal, keep some kind of record of the things that come to you during these major shifts in planetary alignments. And then the main thing that's being brought to my attention is just this feeling that you don't have support around you. This might shift around May 25th when Jupiter and Neptune come together in a harmonious relationship. It might bring more hope to those feelings that you have of just not having support. So I'm just going to double check with my other deck to see if I've missed anything for Leos for the month of May. Oh, yeah, so again, the Justice card comes up. It could be a card about redemption. It could be a card about not giving up. And again, it could be some legal stuff that occurs for you, maybe related to people that have been unfair to you. It could be something turns in your favor. It came up both ways there. So it came up flipped, and then it came up in the other deck, it came up reversed, and then in this deck it's coming up righted. So it could be for some of you, you get the redemption you deserve, and then for others of you, you might end up making some mistakes in terms of legal issues that you've been dealing with for, it could just come up in the moment. It could be something that you've been dealing with for a while. So anything else for Leos for the month of May? Overall, I do see good things. Just try your best to stay balanced during these major shifts, and keep yourself grounded So that, again, just that's the same message coming through again. I'm repeating myself, and I apologize for that. But just keep yourself grounded so that you don't get swept into other people's emotional stuff and then you end up doing something you regret. I hope that that helps you this month. Obviously, this is a general reading. It is not for each and every person. You know, you might find some things in it that you identify with. But if you do want a personal reading that's more specific for you, you can message me. We can set it up over the phone, Skype, or in person if you live in Nova Scotia. So I will see you again here next month. Check out my weekly readings and my topic videos. And if this helps you in any way, please share it with your friends. And side note, I do not hate Leos. I have nothing against Leos at all. I love you guys. You guys are, you know, always very entertaining to have as friends and colleagues. So, you know, you're larger than life, ruled by the sun. You generate a lot of positive energy. And that being said, like all signs, you have a side of you that obviously isn't favorable. And anyone that knows a Leo knows what I'm talking about. Okay? So you can be a little bit dramatic. This is for all signs. So if you find that I'm picking on you, I'm really not. It's lighthearted. We all have aspects of Leo within our chart. Even if we have no planets in Leo, there's still what house is Leo sitting in. So that reflects a lot too. Even if there's no planets in that house, you know, for example, if you had Leo in the 4th house, that's the home life. No planets there doesn't mean anything, but you still have that energy, that vibrancy, that creativity that Leo brings in your family growing up, and maybe even the family you create later on in life. So just keep in mind that there's way more to a person than their sun sign. So I hope that that helps you guys and clarifies if any of you think that I don't appreciate or value Leos. I love all the signs equally. I mean, obviously, we're more drawn to certain signs based on our own natal chart. That's perfectly normal, and I don't mean to sound biased, but I am a human, and we all have our biases, so that's impossible to remove as a human being. But yeah, I hope you like this video and share it with your friends, and talk to you next month.